Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. Cartoon Network has finally announced the release date for the second season of the Total Drama Island revival. Shout out to CN Schedules on Twitter for putting this tweet out there, but apparently the second season of the Total Drama Island revival is finally going to premiere on Cartoon Network on Saturday, May 31st at 9 a.m. First and foremost, I guess Cartoon Network is back to their MO from how they were in the late 2010s, because if you guys recall in the late 2010s, there would always be new episodes of a show coming or a new season of a show coming, and they would wait till like 2 weeks before, maybe 3 weeks before it premieres to actually announce that that show is coming, which obviously sets up the show for great success, right? Because everyone's paying attention that, hey, this show's coming in 2 weeks. We don't advertise it other than a quick statement. We don't put commercials for it on the channel. We just put a little statement out there saying, hey, the new show's coming in 2 weeks. You have fun with it. Obviously, this is not the way to promote a series premiere, and it's a bit unfortunate to be seeing that Cartoon Network is regressing back into their form in the late 2010s, where they're only giving us a 3-week window here from announcement to release of the Total Drama Island revival's second season. Hopefully, and I say hopefully because as of right now we don't know, hopefully at the time at which you're watching this video they're actually advertising for it on the channel, but I would not be shocked if they don't, because it seems to me that they really don't care about the success of this revival at this point. We know already that this revival's been canceled, card above if you don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like at this point they're just airing the episodes out because they have to. They really don't care about the success of said episodes. They don't care if they do well. They don't care if they do poorly. They're just airing them out because they have to. They did the same exact thing to Ben 10 Omniverse 11 years ago in the fall of 2014 when they just wanted to air out seasons 6, 7, and 8 because the show was canceled. They didn't care. They used it as a tax write-off, airing it at the 6 a.m. hour. At least they're not doing that here with Total Drama Island's second season. At least they're actually airing it at 9 a.m. like they did with the first season of the show, but nevertheless, an absolute mess of a situation. I've said many times before on this channel that this show was destined to fail from the start just because of the way Cartoon Network has handled the premiere here in the US. We know someone who worked on the series said that basically Cartoon Network is basing the success of this show off of the US ratings for it. If it does well in the US, it's going to get a third season. If it doesn't, it's going to get canceled. And there's no way that this show was ever going to do well here in the US when it's been out in other parts of the world for well over a year. Like, for example, I said this in other videos, but last year, I believe in like April it was, season 2 of Total Drama Island premiered in Canada. You can watch this illegally online. I'm sure many of you watching this video have already seen season 2. I personally have not. I am not a big fan of the Total Drama Island revival that's been out there. I will watch season 2, but again, not the biggest of fans, so I didn't rush when these episodes leaked online. But nevertheless, why did it take them a year plus to get the second season of this show onto the channel when it premiered a year ago in Canada? It premiered in April of last year in Canada. It's premiering about a year and a month later here in the US. I presume what they wanted to do is they wanted to save this for like your fun summertime series on the channel. They've done this in the past with Total Drama. I've said in other videos that in my opinion, Total Drama Island and just the Total Drama franchise in general serves as that perfect summertime series, right? You're following these campers on an island in this reality TV show. It's just the perfect show for the summer. It always has been. It always will be. I think Cartoon Network probably recognizes that, and that's why they saved this for May 31st so it could premiere throughout the summertime for 13 weeks. Not a bad strategy, right? But where it all falls apart is the fact that this show's been available in other parts of the world for well over a year. You cannot be saving this show for a year plus here in the US just because you want to hit that summertime window. If you want that to be the case, then you save it for everywhere around the world. You have it be a simultaneous worldwide release. It's one thing if it premiered, let's say for example in Italy, and it's like you're watching it in Italian, right? The English dub is not done for it yet, so okay, we need to take time to work on the English dub, just like they do for many animes, right? Like for example, I'm watching Dragon Ball Daima right now. Dragon Ball Daima today will be releasing the 19th episode dubbed in English. The Japanese version of the show, the Japanese airing of it, finished 12 weeks prior to the English dub airing in the first place. So okay, there's a little bit of a delay because we had to dub it in English. That makes sense. But in the case of Total Drama Island's revival, they released it in English. It's not like they needed to dub it in English because it was made initially in English. So it's like we didn't have to wait for a dub to be done. Why is it that there is a year plus delay in this show airing here in the US when everything for it is done? All of the work is done. You guys are literally just holding it in a vault, waiting for the summertime to come for you to release it. Again, I understand that this is a good summertime series, but at the end of the day, you cannot be holding it back for this long when it's available in other parts of the world. In my opinion, the best course of action here for this series would have been when they released the first season last year. I believe it ended, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it ended at some point in the month of August around there. The best course of action, in my opinion, would have been to air these 2 seasons back to back. So essentially the week after season 1's finale aired, you have the premiere of season 2 air, and you just air the episodes out at that point in time instead of holding it back for yet another year, because again, I feel like they just set this show up to fail from the start. They did the same thing for season 1, then they did it again for season 2. We get the word that the show's been canceled. Everyone from the studio's been fired. It's like, this show never really had a chance to be a hit. In my opinion, is it as good as the old Total Drama? No, I think the original run of Total Drama, specifically Island, Action, and World Tour, were better than this first season of the revival. I have yet to see season 2. I've heard some people say season 2 is better than season 1, but nevertheless, I feel like this show was never given a proper shot at success just because of the way that Warner Brothers Discovery has handled the airing of it. It's really a shame to see, because this show, and I said this before in another video, and this is the last thing I'll say before I sign off, this show was so highly anticipated to be returning. I remember the day that the announcement for this series happened, February 2021. I made literally like 7 or 8 videos over the span of 24 to 48 hours just because of all the announcements that happened. And I remember the Total Drama Island video was the one that stood out to me. It had like 20-something thousand views when the rest of them had maybe 1,000 or 2,000 views at the time. And everyone was so excited for this revival. I was excited for this revival. I was like, oh man, they're bringing back Total Drama. I love this show as a kid. I've seen the entirety of it. I even watched the Redonkulous race. I can't wait to see what they do with the revival. And then they completely fumbled the bag after that. They completely fumbled the release of this series, and in turn, it ended up in the show's cancellation, which again is a shame to be seeing, but unfortunately, it is what it is. This is the world we're living in 2025 with Warner Brothers Discovery. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. Are you going to watch season 2 of the Total Drama Island revival when it releases on May 31st, or have you seen it already, watching it online as I said before, aired in other parts of the world and is available legally to stream online? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.